that the highest graded quarterback in the NFL this year is not Josh Allen. It's slinging Sammy Darnold, former USC Trojan, a guy I have loved since I saw him as a sophomore with the Trojans. And it was interesting. I was thinking about this morning between Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold's resurgence. If you go back to that draft class that also included Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, 4 different quarterbacks who have made the Pro Bowl, it's one of the best quarterback classes in hindsight in 30 years. You have 4 Pro Bowl quarterbacks and 2 MVPs. Not a lot of quarterback draft. The one coming up this year is not going to give you that. So at some point, all of them were doubted. Lamar Jackson out of college was doubted. Can he play quarterback? Josh Allen's first year, it was a turnover disaster. More picks than touchdowns. Sam Darnold, multiple issues. Baker, mostly maturity issues. So the last 2 years, the numbers say Sam is the winningest quarterback in the league and is the best big play quarterback in the league. Now, do I think Darnold's the best quarterback in the league? I do not. Do I think he's a top 5 quarterback? I do not. But I always said he is a franchise quarterback. Big, tough, athletic, coachable, leadership skills. Players, teammates love him. And ask yourself, what are the Panthers and the Jets done since he left? But Darnold's the classic example. He needs structure. It's just like some kids manage themselves. A lot of young kids need strong guidance from parents. And then if you have 3 or 4 kids, one of them kind of manages himself. Not everybody needs a trainer to stay in shape. They're self-motivated. A lot of people need guidance, a trainer, and help. Something to push them. Sam needs structure. Even last year with the Vikings, he had about a 5-game stretch. Reckless came back. So Seattle, what are they? Excellent defense. One of the top 2-3 run-centric teams in the NFL. So they create a structure. Sam, we're going to be run first. A lot of play action. And Sam, you won't have to get in track meets. Nobody's scoring 30 on us. So that gives Sam the classic structure, which he has always thrived at. But he can get loose, even with Kevin O'Connell, Justin Jefferson. He can get loose. Got to bring him back in. And again, some kids manage themselves. Some people don't need a trainer. That's very rare. Most people, myself included, I need structure. Sam needs it. And Matt Hasselbeck earlier this week on what Seattle has created and provided to allow Darnold to flourish.
When offensive linemen get to fire out and play run action at least half the time, it helps everything. And I think that's the thing that some people do well. Some people talk about it, but don't do it as well. Seattle, I would say week 2 and week 3, they've figured that out. And so, if you can continue that, I think that Sam Darnold can have the kind of year that he had last year without Kevin O'Connell, without Justin Jefferson. He's playing really, really good football right now.
Look at that draft class. We thought it was 2 stars and a bunch of misses. And now it's Allen, MVP, Lamar MVP, and Baker and Darnold on really team-friendly deals have made Pro Bowls.
Yeah. First off, before I share my take, let me tell you, Seattle Seahawks fans, please subscribe. Please watch these videos. Please watch the whole videos. So I can keep making Seattle Seahawks videos, okay? My Seahawks videos can be so hit or miss with the views because the Seahawks fan base is, I don't know, but just if you keep watching the videos and you comment and you thumbs up and all the good stuff and subscribe, I get to keep making Seattle Seahawks videos because it's a lot easier to make videos when people actually watch them. It hurts a little bit if I make a video and like 800 people watch it. It's just like nobody wants to watch this, I guess. So please, I want to keep talking about this because I kept saying Sam Darnold was going to have a ton of success with Seattle. And I could not wait for what he was going to do with Clint Kubiak and this defense. And now the style of play isn't necessarily the same as the Philadelphia Eagles, but the philosophy and what you want out of Sam. And to be fair, it's a copy and paste philosophy that you really want for all your quarterbacks and offenses, where it's just like, hey, we're going to control the game. We're not going to ask you to make big play after big play after big play, but we need you to be smart. We need you to take care of the ball. And when we do need you to make a big play, we need to rely on you. We need you to be able to do it. And we also need you to bail us out a handful of times throughout a game. And that's what Sam Darnold has been doing. And he's been doing it just beautifully. And so it's not a surprise all the success that Sam Darnold has had. And it's the problem that I kept pushing back on Minnesota Vikings fans, where they just kept saying it's all Kevin O'Connell, it's all Kevin O'Connell, it's all Justin Jefferson, it's all Justin Jefferson. And then, like, when the O-line collapsed and Sam Darnold is just getting pressured nonstop, they're like, see, I told you Sam Darnold wasn't good enough. And it was like, wait a second, you just gave all the credit for the team's success to the team and nothing to do with Sam. And now when Sam struggles and fails, you're just like, see, it was all Sam. It was like, what? How do we make sense of that? You know, and it's tricky here. But Sam has proven his ability to run and operate a great team when the team is around him, and when you have great coaching, he can execute the offense. And this is I'm literally the definition of a broken record with these takes of just needing to be able to run the offense, execute the offense, and this is what Sam can do. Plus, he can make huge throws. That's why he is the first in big pass plays. And it's not just, hey, I can just throw it up to Justin Jefferson. It seems like some guys are eating pretty good in Seattle now too, right? And Justin Jefferson wasn't necessarily eating with JJ McCarthy in the beginning of his career right now. So, like these things matter. And if you can protect Sam Darnold, right, I'm not telling you that Sam Darnold's going to thrive in a situation where he's just being pressured nonstop. I'm not trying to make the argument that Sam Darnold's on the level of a Josh Allen. And so those quarterbacks I hold to a higher standard. When there's pressure, when there's other things that are happening, I'm expecting you to be able to overcome that. Not every time, but overcome it at a higher rate, a higher success rate than a Sam Darnold. But when you build a team around him, when you have a team that's good enough to win, he is going to elevate the team. He is going to not be a liability. With a Sam Darnold, if you put him on a team like the 2023 49ers, he can get you to a Super Bowl, and he can play good enough to leave the field with the lead. And at the end of the day, if you're not going to have Josh Allen, if you're not going to have Patrick Mahomes, if you're not going to have Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, whatever quarterbacks you want to use as top quarterbacks in the NFL, then this is the best you can ask for. Someone who is going to be consistent. Someone who, listen, you don't want to rely on him having a big game after big game after big game, but in your bones, right? You put a Sam Darnold out there in a Super Bowl, in an NFC Championship game, whatever it is, in your bones, hey, this game gets a little crazy and we need to rely on a quarterback. He has it in him. We know he can bring it. We know he has it in him. We know he can get after it. Yeah, of course we can win the easy games. Yeah, of course we can win some tough games during the regular season. But I still need a quarterback who at the end of the day, all right, man, I need to call your number again and again and again. Yeah, we handed the ball off to our running back and we had a fumble and a scoop and score. And man, now we're down 10-0. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. We need some juice here. And you need to be able to call your quarterback's number in those moments. You got to be able to. And that is what Sam Darnold can offer beyond all the other stuff. Right? And so, like I said, I think that is the take right there. If you don't have a Josh Allen, if you don't have a Lamar Jackson, a Patrick Mahomes, it's like the Sam Darnold is who you want. That is the type of level quarterback that you want. If we want to just make it as as blunt as possible, right? You have tier 1 and tier 2, and it's just you want the type of tier. To me, tier 1 is obviously right the best, and then tier 2. You want a quarterback who his normal is tier 2, but he has the ability to tap into tier 1 levels. A tier 3 quarterback is someone who their normal is either kind of tier 2, but they really slip into tier 3, or they're tier 3 and they have a moment where they touch tier 1 because they're still an NFL quarterback. So of course they're going to have their moment, but you are not banking on them to being able to have a tier 1 game like that. It's just not going to happen. And so to me, you have a Sam Darnold who can be when, on some games, some drives, some moments that you need me to be special, I am more than capable of doing it. Now, if you're going to build a team around me where you expect me to be special game after game after game after game, yeah, it's going to be difficult. But to be fair, doesn't work well for the Bills or the Ravens or the Chiefs either, right? Look at how successful Patrick Mahomes is right now that he doesn't have a great team around him. So it's just like, I'm starting to really believe that type of stuff is a little overrated. At the end of the day, it's like, I want you to be able to win with a great team around you, and I need you to be special in the biggest moments. And I need you to not be a liability in the biggest moments. At the end of the day, it's like, I think like that's probably all you need. Like everything else is just like, I don't know. We're just kind of arguing the details here. So, you know, who can carry a team, who can do more with less. And it's just like, yeah, we can have those conversations, but like, I don't know, if you're not going to win a Super Bowl, then it's just like, what's the point then? So I'm excited to see the success that Sam Darnold is having. And yeah, man, it's real success. It's not fool's gold. It's not pumpkin mode. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Sam Darnold? Has Sam made the Seahawks title contenders, as Colin asked? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. Seahawks fans, subscribe. Watch the videos so I can keep making Seahawks videos. But let me know. I'm trying to build a community here that we all feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of, and I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.